expense 900 plus 500, how much? 1400. So what is the profit here? Simple, 5600. That's it. That's how you make income statement, right? All the balances are here. Rather going to individual P accounts and find out the balance, you list all the balance here. Okay, now analyzing the account. That is very important here. So suppose auto service, Friday auto service began May with cash 1000. During May, Friday received 8000 and ended balance of 3000. So if question is silent, so the nature of the account is asset account, cash is asset account, so asset balance must be debit balance, right? So we normally assume that it is increased balance. So if question says that the company began with the May cash balance 1000, it means cash balance is increased, which is coming from the previous month. It must be a debit balance. Why? Because asset increase debit. So we assume that this is increased balance, so we write it down on the debit side. So many students, they confuse why it is written here, why not written here, right? So remember that one, we call this normal balance because this is cash belongs to asset and asset increase means debit, so we increase the balance with. And now this is received cash, cash received, cash is increased, so we also write it down on the debit side. And the question says the balance, ending balance also 3000, ending balance also normal balance 3000. So can you, if you are given all the left hand side, can you find out the credit side here? What does it mean? It means debit side is 3000 greater than credit side. So how much is here? If there is 6000 in credit, then ending balance would be 3000. So you can also find out, so this is the credit, it means 6000 must be here, and 6000 what? Decrease the asset, it means cash is going out from the business, which means total payments we can also analyze by using a plug figure. If we are given this 4, we can also find the fifth one, right? This is just like rearranging the equation. Guys, understand? Venetia, Faik, Oliver?
Yes.
Joao Paulo, David, 10?
Yes.
Good. So you can also find out from plug figures, you can also find out easily. Here we go. Right? Where this 6000 coming from? Here. Similarly, with the account receivable, how much cash you receive from the customers, you can also find out. So beginning balance is 6000. It means account receivable is asset account, and asset account is normally positive account. Positive means debited. So that's why it is a debited. This is also debited. So how the account receivable increase? By credit sales. So here how much is we have to return? This is 16,000 minus the balance 5,000. Answer is 11,000. It means debit side is 5,000 greater than credit side. Then it must be here 11,000. And why account receivable decrease? Because they pay the company back. So it means cash collection from customers 11,000. Simple. Here we go. You can also find out the plug figure from cash and account receivable. Similarly, you can also find out the plug figure from how much you have paid to the supplier. Account payable balance, right? Here. Accounts payable normal balance, accounts payable is liability. Liability increase means credit. So that's why the beginning balance is credit and ending balance also credit. So why ending balance is 11,000? Because debit side is less than credit side by 11,000. So there must be here how much? 9,000 plus 6, how much? 15,000. It means we only paid 4,000. So this is debit and this is credit. And why account payable is decreased? Because outsider claim is decreased. Because we pay, we satisfy the liability. Here we go. 4,000 we pay, which is cash outflow. Right? We can also rearrange and we can also find out the plug figure here. If we are given these three figures, we can find out the fourth one. So if the trial balance is not, if this trial balance is not equal, it means either you made a mistake from here, you missed the entry, or either you make a error. Computer cannot make error, but human posting can make error. So if that happens, you write it down here in missing accounts. So this is like that, when we do some examples, if you reverse balance and you divide it by 2, we will be doing some example, then it would be clarified here. What if you, instead of writing 500, you write it down 5,000? So you cannot cut and write down 500 because cutting would be treated as fraud. Only those person can edit who has required authorization to edit it. So you may have to make reverse entry. How much? So simply 4,500 you write down extra. So you need to decrease the 4,500 extra. So we do over there. So chart of accounts. Chart of accounts means account titles. Simple. Assets, account titles are cash, supplies, land. So when you initiate a company, you make a chart of account. This is the code. Rather, every time you write it down cash to common stock. Right now in software, you just write it down. The entry is 1012. Common stock is how much? Common stock is 301. In computer, you can just write it down like this. Simple. So this is just the asset code, account code, and chart of accounts means any entry, any transaction. You cannot create an account from your own. Any entry that occurred must be disrupting or affecting these accounts. So there is no tax account here, right? It means you cannot add tax account here. Anything that has happened, you can just add it to expense, that's it. Either it will be a salary expense, utility expense, or rent expense, but there is no tax expense here. It means you cannot post entry related to tax expense here. Anything happened because company opened these chart of accounts so that you cannot enter account from your own, right? So you must follow these accounts to post and generalize the entry, that's it. So this is called chart of accounts, right? So what is the normal balance? I told you, if question is silent, remember, asset, we treat them increase. Asset increase, debit. If question is silent, the balance would be debit. If question is silent, the balance would be credit. Liability, credit. Owner's equity, all credit, except for dividend and expenses. Because they increase, they cause stockholder equity to decrease, so that's why it is debit. Right? If question is silent regarding the balance, remember that one, we should follow the normal balance. So normal balances are with the nature of accounts. So dividend belongs to stockholder equity. If dividend is increased, which means it decreases the stockholder equity, so we call it debit. Right, guys? Everyone? Everyone? Understand? Yes. Good. So there are two kinds of format in which you can follow the books. Number one, T account. Yes. Number two, 4 column. So right now we did the P account, 4 column account is like that. It tells you running balance on the side here. So this is just for your information. There are two kinds of format to record the journal entry. Number one, P account. Number two, 4th column, which is credit and the balance debit credit. So just for your information. So analyzing transaction, remember this one, same are often made without complete accounting system. You can directly post without journal entry. Right? You don't have to make a journal entry now. You can easily post to the ledger. If you don't have much time, you can easily, in real life, you directly post to the ledger, P account. So Friday invested 50,000 in cash. So if you are, if you do some practice, cash increase, cash means debit. So T account increased by 50,000. Common stock debt, increase credit, common stock 50,000. Rather going on journal and make journal entry cash to common stock 50,000 and then you post here, just directly post it on the T account. So normally it happens. But the method is, the principle is, first you need to make journal and then you make ledger or T accounts. So you can also do this. This is just for your after class activity. Read this example and solve it by yourself without making any journal entry. You can do that. Okay. Assignment 2, all you have to do, I would be uploading the assignment on both platforms, WeChat and Blackboard. But remember, the due date is before the next class. Next week, we are having Independence holiday from October 1st to October 7th. So next week, we don't have any class. So remember, it must be handwritten. Remember, please upload in Word file and rename your file like this so that I may not miss your assignment or it may not be overwrite with other students. And also, please write down your best writing so that I can understand. Please, this is the assignment. Assignment cost 30% of this course, overall evaluation. So if you are not serious about the assignment, I give you the full marks. So be very serious and very professional taking the assignments. Okay, write down your best handwriting style. Must be handwritten. Okay, must be in Word format. I told you why, because it's very handy to give you response quickly rather than in PDF. In PDF, it doesn't work very well. It takes me a lot of time to check and I cannot give you proper response for that. So are we clear? If you have any question, you can ask us. So all you need to do, I would be uploading this PPTs. All you need to do this example by yourself because we don't have much time. We are already above 10 minutes. So I'm just going to end my lecture here. So remember to conduct the outer class activity. I would be uploading all the material assignment on both platforms, WeChat group and Blackboard. So until then, enjoy your holidays. Good luck. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.